All right, y'all, I got another special announcement to make. I got some signed used tarot decks on eBay. I know y'all are always writing me, asking me when I'm going to do that next. And kind of like the 2222s, I never really know. Just when tarot decks start piling up, I have no room to put them anywhere. Or if they just get so beat up and shuffled up that my style of shuffling doesn't work very well. But usually I pick decks that have been kind of tossed to the side for a while. You know, some old ones that I just didn't like or whatever. And they're just old ones that have been setting off to the side. But this time I've chosen 6 tarot decks that have carried me all the way through 2024. They have been here on my table being used daily in every video I've made all year long. I don't normally do that, but I'm going to start off with the Morgan-Greer Tarot. One of my favorites. The artwork is really popping. 6 of Pentacles, got the Emperor. So it's really bright, popping artwork. That's one of my favorite things about it. And, you know, it like a lot of them look like a really close-up. It's kind of like the Rider-Waite, basically, but really bright, popping artwork that's kind of close-up, you know. Page of Wands, Magician. So that's what I'm starting off with, is the Morgan-Greer Tarot. Next up, we got another one of my all-time favorites, the modern Spellcasters Tarot. I've loved this one ever since it first came out. But when it very first came out, the card stock was horrible. So I waited like 2 years before I tried to get another copy of this again. And they must have gotten several complaints about the card stock because they finally changed it. So this one's kind of Rider-Waite based too. Kind of, sort of. It leans away from Rider-Waite just a little bit in a few of the decks. Like, for example, with the 7 of Pentacles here, it looks like this lady is tending to a marijuana plant. But badass, awesome artwork. 8 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, Lover's card. So this one here, both of these, the Morgan-Greer and this one, have all been on my table, used daily, all year long. So you all have seen all of these decks in action all year long that you followed me. Also, we have the Wizard Tarot. So this one is an interesting one. I don't really know how I feel about it though. I've used it quite a bit this year, but for some reason, it's not really one of my favorites. There's nothing wrong with it. There's the Emperor. We got the 8 of Wands here. I don't know what it is about this. I can read it just fine. See, we got the Tower card here. It's Rider-Waite based as well, but I don't know. I just don't really vibe with it. Not really. I've used it quite a bit this year, but it's just not really one that I vibe with. I don't know why, because it's a beautiful deck, beautiful artwork. It's just not really my style. So that one is available on there as well. And the next one up is another one of my all-time favorites, Legacy of the Divine. Now, I always got to make sure I have a copy of this one. Always. Because it's kind of like the sister deck to the deck that I learned on, which was the Tarot of Dreams. So it's very, very similar, but the card stock is much easier to shuffle with. See, I got that 5 of Wands there. Got the Knight of Swords. I love this one. I'm absolutely going to be grabbing another copy of this to, you know, have here on my table. Always got to have a copy of this one. Always. This one's mandatory. So, let's see what else we got here. Let's put this back in the box. Next up, oh, here's another one that, oddly enough, I don't know why I love this one so much. The Everyday Witch. I don't know why I love this one so much. It leans very far away from Rider-Waite in a lot of the cards. Like you see, you got the Knight of Cups here. It's some little witchy dude flying on a broom over shark-infested waters, you know. We've got the Eight of Pentacles here. It looks like this witchy chick is making some potion at the workplace. Six of Cups. That's kind of Rider-Waite-y. Nine of Swords. That's kind of Rider-Waite-y. The Moon card. So, and look, like the King of Wands. So it kind of leans pretty far away from Rider-Waite. But for some reason, I've always vibed with this one. This is another one that I always like to make sure I have a copy of on hand. And the last one is another one that I don't know if I would put this in my list of favorites, but I definitely like it. I definitely like it. The Witch's Tarot. So this is another one. All of these have been on my table being used all year long. I think probably the one that I used the least this year would have been the Wizard's Tarot. I've used that. I'm pretty sure actually I got that at some point last year and carried that over into the first half of this year and then just kind of stopped using it. But the Witch's Tarot, this one here, I like it. I wouldn't call it one of my favorites, but I definitely like it. I always like to have one of these on hand as well. So you got the Eight of Pentacles there, Ten of Swords. It's pretty Rider-Waite-y. There's a few differences though, like there is a Karma card. So you know when I read karmic contracts, or if I'm looking to see if there's a karmic tie, I look for the Wheel of Fortune, which is the karmic wheel, or the World card. Those are both cards that, you know, have a lot to do with karma. And this does have the Wheel of Fortune and the World card in it, but it also has an extra Karma card. So that's one thing that I find very interesting about this. I love the artwork on this. Been using this on my table ever since I first got it this year. All of these decks, these are not old decks that have just been sitting off to the side for months and months. You all have seen all of these decks in use all year long. And they're available on eBay. So all of the links are in the description of this video. And yeah, I have no clue when I'm going to do this again. Hell, it may be another year from now. I don't know. But all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Stay blessed.